Hello, Potato. Today we have ourselves a bit of Halloween confectionery. See, it was my birthday recently, and one of my presents was this. From Jelena Chocolatier, we have premium quality Halloween bark milk chocolate with candy corn and candies. Now, I've mentioned before, and you may not have seen those videos, I'm not a fan of candy corn. I feel kind of like it's chewing on a sweet candle. It reminds me a little bit of those, like chewing those wax lips and teeth. You can still get those too, by the way, that were still around. They weren't like new they were like old when I was a kid too. They're not like, I'm not that old, but they were around then. They're still around now. I think they've probably been around since the early 20th century. And, you know, I mean, they're okay, I suppose. I know there are people who like candy corn. I'm just not one of them, but I do like a bit of chocolate, so this could work out if you maybe mix them together. I feel like the textures could be a little weird, but we're gonna find out. Also, looks like there's little maybe like jellies, like either gummies or maybe like jujube style candies in there too. If it's gummies, that's a plus. If it's jujube style, not so much. But let's see what they have to say of themselves on the back there. Luxurious, exceptional, satisfying. These are all words. JelenaChocolatier.com. There are words here on the back. Let's go ahead and read those. We could tell you about the pure joy of biting into our delicious milk chocolate bark, the result of decades spent handcrafting from exquisite ingredients. We could even promise you'll love every single piece, but words can only go so far. Why read when you can eat? Taste what we've created for you. Have one bite, experience for yourself, and we know you'll want more. Then share, or not. That's, that's confidence. You have to admire the confidence there. They definitely have confidence. So what do we have for ingredients? We have milk chocolate, candy corn, sugar and corn syrup, and some wax in there, mineral oil, the stuff. Coconut. I didn't know coconut was in candy corn. Sprinkles and candies. It just describes them as candies. May contain almonds, pecans, pistachios, cashews, hazelnuts. And definitely contains milk, soy, egg, and cocoa nut. It's 160 calories per serving. There are 7.5 servings in this container. Serving's only 1.06 ounces. You couldn't just make that a single round ounce. Interesting. Probably would be less than 160, and then that's not the 160 is probably the goal they were shooting for there. And it's best by either January or June of next year. It's JN. I'm going to assume June, because I think January would be JA and July would be JU. So I'm going to assume that means June. So, it's got time on it. You have like half a year to enjoy this. So yeah, we've got milk chocolate with some sort of candies, candy corn, and autumnal sprinkles. So let's break some out and see what it's like. And normally I'd give you prices and where it came from, but this was actually part of a gift, so I don't know for any certainty where it came from or how much it cost. How do we... like that. And okay, inside the box we have a mysterious foil pouch. Okay, we can put that in the background. And it is a resealable pouch, which is nice, because I'm obviously not going to be eating all this at once. It's 7.5 servings in here. And if we can get it open, hopefully without destroying the pouch, we can see the Halloween barky goodness inside. There we go. So it's don't need a huge piece here. Well, maybe bigger than that. It's got no candies on it. That's got no candies on it. We need to get the whole thing. We need to try it all. Here we go. Okay, so they're not gummies or jellies. They're like those little sugar things you put on cakes or cookies. They're hard. I kind of thought they were gonna be like jellies. And then we have our candy corn here, which is also hard. I feel like candy corn usually has a little give to it. This is a very sturdy candy corn here. Like my fingernails are not going into it. So that'll be interesting. Let's try a piece of just the chocolate first. Because I mean, they are chocolatier, so this should be where they shine, right? This is the part where they've like really made it themselves. These are probably just purchased from a supplier, but the chocolate is what they should have made. Let's try that. Unsurprisingly, it smells like milk chocolate. Not bad, very sweet. Doesn't taste like cheap chocolate though, which is nice. You know, the cheap chocolate that you get in like advent calendars and stuff. It's definitely better than that. It's not, I mean, I'm more of a fan of dark chocolate, honestly, but for milk chocolate, this isn't bad. All right, let's try a piece with everything in it and see if the candies and the candy corns add or subtract. God. I can't bite through the candy corn. Let's try the candy by itself then. Okay, so the candy definitely is one of those like just sugar things you put on like cookies or on top of a cake or something. It added absolutely no flavor to the chocolate at all, which is potentially a good thing. Can we find one we can just kind of prise off and try on its own? Yeah, that candy corn, I'm not willing to break my teeth on it. My teeth did not want to go through there easily. So that's interesting. I've never had candy corn like refuse to be bitten before. All right, let's try breaking off a little batter, just try it on its own. But yeah, these are just like those, probably, no I can't. See if I can bite it in half. I hope that was the candy, not my tooth. And that actually does have a flavor. It's like a little... That one's really tough. Tougher than the Ghost was. The texture's not at all the same, but the flavor actually... That makes me think of like an old-timey candy. Like maybe a sweet tart or a bottle cap. Like something like a 70s candy. It's got like a little bit of flavor to it, like a nondescript kind of maybe slightly sour flavor. But it reminds me a lot of like a sweet tart or bottle caps, if you've ever tried those. That's what the candy reminds me of. That's actually, I wouldn't mind just some of those. All right, let's try eating a piece with the candy corn on. I'm gonna obviously have to just like bite the whole candy corn. I was gonna try to bite the candy corn in half. You can see where I tried. And that didn't work out. Let's just eat the candy corn whole. Which is to say, eat the entire candy corn. Oh my god, it's so tough. There we go. So the candy corn is not as hard to bite through as the little bat was, but was very, very tough for a candy corn. I don't think I've ever had that much trouble biting into a candy corn before. That's definitely something to be aware of. Do we have a candy corn we can just kind of try to rip off and try on its own? I mean, maybe I just got a bad one. Maybe that one piece was just faulty. Can we prise that out of there or just break off the chocolate around it? It doesn't do anything much to the flavor. You can tell it's there, but it's more almost textural. I can just a little bit of the candy corn. Let's try. That's as much as I can get off. Let's try it just by itself. And yeah, that's just an incredibly tough candy corn. Probably something in the process of making the bark is maybe making it go a little stale. It's almost like a taffy-like consistency. Yeah, it's definitely candy corn, but maybe it's just because I saw it on the ingredient list, but I can taste the coconut. So yeah, that's definitely candy corn, but it does taste a little more coconutty than candy corn in my memory. And I'm wondering if that's just because I read it in the ingredients and it's always been there and I've never noticed. But this isn't bad. The chocolate's of decent quality. The little candies are interesting. The cotton candy. The candy corns, definitely be aware of those when you go to bite in. You cannot just bite through a candy corn. That's not going to work. Some pretty good sized chunks in here. But, for like a party or something, you want to have a little table tray of sweets. Let's get it actually on the camera. There we go. You want to have a little plate of sweets out there for your party? Yeah, it could do worse. It certainly looks the part. But yeah, definitely be careful trying to bite through those candy corn. Those candy corn are very, very tough. Again, the candies are tougher, but I think I expected them to be just because I knew they were hard. But I kind of like those. I wouldn't actually mind just having some of those, like sweet tart kind of style candy. Those are decent on their own. But yeah, overall, this is not bad. If I were making it, I would probably use maybe like a jelly instead of candy corns. I know candy corns are really associated with Halloween though, so I mean, they are the obvious choice. And I would use a dark chocolate. That's just personal preference. But this is not bad at all. So that's it. That's Gelina Chocolatiers premium quality Halloween bark milk chocolate with candy corn and candies, available wherever it's available. I hope you found this all interesting or entertaining. If you did, go ahead, give it a like, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.